this program, in effect, just brought it to life. It made it personal. It made it kind of about me, and I was building confidence day by day in terms of achieving what might seem like medial tasks, but actually, you build them up over time, and that's one of the biggest lessons of all.
Phil, can you just introduce yourself, who you are, what do you do?
So I, Phil McCaffrey, and I work in partnership recruitment with a wealth management firm. So highly stressful, people engaged role.
What was your motivation for reaching out? What was going on?
There wasn't necessarily anything to necessarily fix, but I knew that I wasn't completely content in my own head in terms of where I was going in a few areas of my life. So actually, it's not necessarily about fixing something. It's about sometimes just reinforcing what's going well, getting the good habits back into play.
Yes. What would you say has been the sort of the key achievements, or what, where you were, where are you today?
In terms of actually breaking down and getting perspective in terms of things when things aren't necessarily going, or certain things in certain areas of your life aren't going well, I just feel like I'm better equipped now in order to take a step back. Whether it's, I don't want to give it away, but, I never looked at some of the elements that we touched on before in terms of, meditation and balancing. This program, in effect, just brought it to life. It made it personal. It made it kind of about me, and I was building confidence day by day in terms of achieving what might seem like medial tasks, but actually, you build them up over time, and that's one of the biggest lessons of all. And what I've found now is by when I sense myself getting frustrated, or in certain situations, or what have you, when it is, and undoubtedly 99% of it is me, because like you say, you're in control of your reactions, right? But now what I do is when I go, great, okay, so it is in my control, then I'm able to turn around through the resource, through the exercises, through all the tasks that we build up to, on what could be consumed or considered as a really wholesome week, or my version of wholesome week. And I start ticking off against what I have done and what I haven't done. It's never what that person said to me. It's always probably the fact that, I'm feeling, I haven't eaten, and actually I've fallen back into old habits, and actually, it's lunchtime, or the diet.
I'm just hungry and annoyed. Exactly.
Exactly. Or the sleep, or, and actually that's quite empowering, because there was no light bulb moment, right? In fact, because I think you could just continuously learn every single day. But I suppose the closest I would have got to it has been experiences after that. So I said, obviously, over February, I wanted to kind of consolidate some of this learning, make sure I can implement it into my daily routine without the stabilizers almost on it with the Tuesday calls, which is going well. But it's challenging, because old habits die hard. So it's now that I'm starting to see even the full value. There's a lot of unquantifiable stuff from the course that you don't really see the benefit of until you're in a difficult position. You'd rather you were never in one of them difficult positions, but it's at that point that you go, right, that's why the investment was really, really worth it.
If someone's watching this, sort of maybe like you, things are all right, but I'm not sure, not really worked with a coach, I don't know what it's all about, kind of on the fence a bit about engaging in a process like this, maybe talking to me or, a coach, what would you say to someone like that?
I would say, what have you honestly got to lose? Like most of my, if I had an opportunity to look at my life events and the cycle that was around it, and to continue where that was going, when I look forward, would I what's happened so far hasn't been working. Yes, I'm doing well, but it hasn't been working to the rate that I'm not. So in my mind, I'm a bit like, well, if I'm going to invest money into other things, why wouldn't I invest money into myself? So exactly. my honest candid feedback would be, just shut up, do it. And honestly, like if you honestly got to the point at the end of that where you didn't learn something, your head's not even in it. Like it doesn't make any sense. So I would honestly say that if you're on the fence, it means you're man enough or woman enough or whatever it is in order to consider doing it. Just do it. It's got you enough to this far. So, having the tools, having the resources then to move forward only put you in a much stronger position.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, mate. And if anyone is interested in having a chat like Phil's just describing, drop me a note in the comments, or find me a message. We can have a quick chat and see where you're at. Phil, it's been an absolute pleasure. I think you're a legend. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. And as I said earlier, you deserve all the success you've had. I think you're a perfect example of like taking ownership, having a look, and then the net result of what happens off the back of that is just feeling great, looking great, and then being in a position where you can take on life, whatever throws at you. So, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you. So thank you. For everyone else, thank you. Have a great Friday, great weekend, and we'll see you on the other side. Cheers.